Hi everyone. Today we'll be doing a grammar quiz, and it's going to be a find the error type of quiz, and we'll be focusing on the present simple tense, the past simple tense, and also the future simple tense. Let's begin. So, how we're going to do this is I will be reading out the sentence and then please try and find the mistake. I'll give you a few seconds to do that and then we'll go through the mistake together. Okay, so let's begin. Sentence one. She go to school every day. So our mistake is here. Go. Please remember when your subjects are she or he or it or a singular noun, then we have to add s or es to the end of our verb. And but when our subjects are they or we or I or you or a plural noun, then we don't have to add the s or es to the verb. We just simply use the base verb. Okay, so to correct the sentence, we would have to add es to the verb go, and we would say, she goes to school every day. Sentence two, my brother don't like vegetables. So our mistake is right here. Remember, don't is a contraction. So the full word or the full form is do not. So we would have to add es to the end of the word do. So we would have to say does not. And the contraction of does not is doesn't. Okay, so my brother doesn't like vegetables. Sentence three. The dog barks loudly when it see a stranger. So the mistake is right here. We're using the subject it. So we have to add s to the end of this verb. And we would have to say sees. So the dog barks loudly when it sees a stranger. Number four, they enjoys watching movies on weekends. Okay, so our mistake is right here. Our subject is they, so we don't have to add s to the end of our verb. So we simply say they enjoy watching movies on weekends. Number five, he wash his car every Sunday. Okay, our subject is he, so we have to add es to the end of this. So he washes his car every Sunday. Number 5, the sun rises in the east. So there's a question mark at the end of this sentence. So this is supposed to be a question. So please remember, when we form questions in the simple present tense, we use do or does. So to correct the sentence, we would have to say, does the sun rise in the east? Does the sun rise in the east? Okay, number 7. My teacher always give us homework. So teacher, this is a singular noun. So we have to add s to the end of our main verb. So right here, give, we would have to change it to gives. My teacher always gives us homework. Number 8, she do homework. She do her homework before dinner. And I'm sure you got this right. We should say she does her homework before dinner. Number 9, the baby cry when he is hungry. And again, baby is a singular noun. So we have to change this to cries. So because cry ends with a letter Y, we would have to say cries. So add I and then the ES. So the baby cries when he is hungry. Number 10, John and Mark plays soccer in the park. So John and Mark, this would be plural. It's two different people. So we don't have to add s to the end of our verb. So we would say John and Mark play soccer in the park. Number 11, he not like to wake up early. So to form a negative sentence with the simple present tense, we use the words do or does plus not. So because our subject is he, we know that we have to choose the word does. So let's add it in here. So he does not like to wake up early. He does not. 12. I know like baseball. So again, this is a negative sentence. So we have to add do plus not. So the correction would be I do not like baseball. If you want to use the contraction, then you could say I don't like baseball. Okay. 13. I go to the store yesterday. So now we're using the simple past tense. So we have to change this sentence to its past tense form. So our mistake is right here with go. Its past tense form would be went. I went to the store yesterday. So please remember with the simple past tense, you can form this by adding ed or d to the end of your verb. And we call these regular verbs. For example, if you chose the verb play, its past tense form would be played. But we also have irregular verbs, and these do not follow the rules. So these are the types of verbs that you have to memorize. So you have to memorize them. Okay, so like you saw, the past tense form of go in the simple past tense would be went, and the past tense form of swim would be swam. Okay, so these are irregular. You have to memorize these types of verbs. Okay, let's move on to the next sentence. She don't watched the movie last night. Okay, so our mistake is right here. So we have to use the past tense form of the verb do right here. And it is did. And please remember to form the simple past tense, to form a negative sentence in the simple past tense, we use did plus not plus the base form of your verb. So our mistake, we have another mistake here. We would not say watched, but we would use the base form and simply say watch. Okay, so in full, the correction would be she didn't watch the movie last night. She didn't watch the movie last night. Ooh, I apologize. This one is the same. Oh, we went back. Let's go forward. 15. They was very happy at the party. So our mistake is right here. Please remember when your subjects are they, we, you, we have to use the word were. But when our subjects are she, or he, or it, or I, then we use the word was. So to correct this, we would say they were very happy at the party. They were. 16. He buy a new car last week. So our mistake is here. Buy is an irregular verb. So to change this to its past tense form, we would say bought. He bought a new car last week. 17. We eated lunch at a new restaurant. Yep, and our mistake is here again. So eat is a regular verbs, an irregular verb. So we would not add ed to turn it into its past tense form. So this is the mistake. It's not eaten. We should say ate. We ate lunch at a new restaurant. 18. The dog chased the cat across the street. So our mistake is here. It's not in its past tense form. So it's not chase, but we would have to add the D and say chased. The dog chased the cat across the street. 19. She writed a beautiful poem. So writed is our mistake. So we would not say writed, we would say wrote. So the past tense form of write is wrote. She wrote a beautiful poem. Okay, next one. I see him at the park an hour ago. So remember, we're using the simple past tense. So our mistake is right here. So not I see him, but we would have to use the past tense form and say I saw him. So again, this is an irregular verb. It's one of those verbs that we have to memorize. So we would say, I saw him at the park an hour ago. 21. He didn't went to school yesterday. So our mistake is right here. So this is a negative sentence. So again, we would use did not, and we have to use the base form of the verb. So it is the most simplest, it's the simplest form of your verb. So the base form of went would be go, go. So to correct this, we would say he didn't go to school yesterday. 22. My parents was at home all evening. Yep. So to review, when your subjects are he or she or it or a singular noun, then we would say was. But when your subjects are they or you or we or a plural noun, then we would have to use the word were. Oh, at the top with was, we should also add I to the mix. Okay. So my parents was at school all evening. My parents is a plural noun, so we have to change the word was, and we would have to say were. My parents were at home all evening. 23. They bring a cake to the party. So if this sentence was in its present tense form, we would say they bring a cake to the party. But because this sentence is in its simple past tense form, we would have to correct this part. So the past tense form of bring is not bringed with the ed. So this verb is irregular. So we would not say bring, we would say brought. They brought a cake to the party. 24. She not finished her homework on time. So this sentence is in its negative form. So we would have to cross this out. This is our mistake. And to correct the sentence, we would say, she did not finish her homework. 25. We make it a sandcastle at the beach. And I'm sure you got this one. Our mistake is make it. So not make it, but made. We made a sandcastle at the beach. 26. So now we've changed to the simple future tense right here. So 26, she will goes to the cinema tomorrow. So with the simple future tense, we use the word will plus the base form of the verb. So in its base form, we don't add s or es. So we would have to scratch this out. So not goes, but simply go. She will go to the cinema tomorrow. Okay, 27. We not will travel to Paris this year. So with this sentence, it's our sentence structure right here. We not will. These two words are not in the correct order. So we would have to scratch this out and say we will not travel to Paris this year. You could also use the contraction, which is won't. So you could also say, we won't travel to Paris this year. Both are correct. 28. She is go to visit her grandmother next Sunday. Okay, so this is the simple future tense. So we have to scratch this out and add the word will. So she will visit her grandmother next Sunday. 29. I not meet my friend at the cafe this evening. Okay, and our mistake is right here. We're missing the word will. So we have to add it in and say, I will not meet my friend at the cafe. I will not. Or you could say, I won't. That would also be correct. I won't meet my friend at the cafe this evening. And 30, you will arrive at 8 p.m. So this is a question. So we would have to start our question with the word will. So we would say, will you arrive at 8 p.m.? Okay, and we are at the end. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video or this lesson or this quiz. Please like and subscribe for more. Thank you so much.